Good afternoon. My name is Jun Park and currently a PhD student studying under Professor Yang Soo Chun's lab. Today I'll be talking about how nedylation blockade regulates the cell motility through HIF1 alpha and ZEB1. Anti-cancer drugs are being developed and MLM4924, a widely known nedylation inhibitor, is currently in phase 2 clinical trials. However, our research indicates that MLM4924 could have differential treatment effects depending on the dosage amount of the anti-cancer drug, which I will explain in more detail during the presentation. So, what is nedylation? Nedylation is a post-translational modification very similar to ubiquitination. Nedylation goes through a process where the ubiquitin-like protein NED8 becomes activated by the enzyme E1 and it gets delivered to the enzyme E3 by the enzyme E2. However, the enzyme E3 could differ depending on the target substrates. So, among the significant factors involved in metastasis, we mostly focused on hypoxia and an EMT, short for epithelial to mesenchymal transition. In fact, there was a report where nedylation affects HIF1 alpha stability, and interestingly, HIF1 alpha is also well known to regulate an EMT transcription factor, ZEB1. So what is ZEB1? ZEB1 is one of the main EMT transcription factors. It is involved in many pathways and considered as a main downstream target of many oncogenic pathways, including the PI3K-AKT pathway. As most of you probably already know, HIF1 alpha is a master transcriptional regulator of adaptive response to hypoxia. It regulates crucial aspects of cancer biology and is also known to be involved in the PI3K-AKT pathway, like ZEB1. Nedylation is known to play a role in HIF1 alpha regulation, and HIF1 alpha is known to regulate ZEB1. Therefore, we investigated a possible new mechanism regarding nedylation in cancer cell migration through HIF1 alpha and ZEB1. So we first confirmed whether nedylation blockade actually influences cancer cell migration in 3 different cancer cell lines. As you can see, cell migration increased after MLM4924 was treated for 24 hours. And we confirmed this effect by specific knockdown of NED8 as well. Then, we wanted to know whether EMT is responsible for the migration when nedylation was blocked. So we conducted Western blotting with various EMT markers, and we found an increase in ZEB1 expression in all 3 cancer cell lines. In addition, mRNA levels for ZEB1 also increased when nedylation was blocked, as can be seen from figure C and D. Next, in order to see whether ZEB1 is responsible for the induction in migration, we used co-treatment of MLM4924 and knockdown of ZEB1. If you see here, migration due to MLM4924 was reduced using knockdown of ZEB1. And we also confirmed this effect by co-knockdown of NED8 as well. Since we have previously discovered the involvement of nedylation in PI3K-AKT-mTOR pathway, we assume that the PI3K-AKT-mTOR pathway would play a role in ZEB1 induction as well. As you can see, treatment with the corresponding inhibitors with MLM4924 resulted in decrease of the cell migration promoting effect. And this was also confirmed using knockdown of NED8 with inhibitors as well. As we confirmed the inhibition and expression of ZEB1, interestingly, we found out that HIF1 alpha also shows a similar trend to ZEB1. Since the PI3K-AKT-mTOR pathway is known for regulating HIF1 alpha expression only on the protein level, we confirmed no change in mRNA levels of HIF1 alpha for all 3 cancer cell lines. Then, using knockdown of HIF1 alpha, we further confirmed that HIF1 alpha is significant in regulation of ZEB1 expression when nedylation is blocked using co-inhibition and co-knockdown of HIF1 alpha and nedylation. And finally, we confirmed if the molecular mechanism corresponds to the migration effect by using knockdown of HIF1 alpha and MLM4924. In result, knockdown of HIF1 alpha reduced the cell migration promoting effect of nedylation blockade. And this was also confirmed using knockdown of NED8. In conclusion, we confirmed that nedylation blockade induces HIF1 alpha through the PI3K-AKT-mTOR pathway and eventually facilitates cancer cell migration through upregulation of ZEB1. Thus, we carefully want to state that MLM-4924 should be approached in a cautious manner as an anti-cancer drug. Thank you.